morning, welcome to a new vlog. I just got ready because I'm going to a second-hand store. There is a few little novelties in our apartment. One of them is that we're receiving new chairs today. We have these two chairs here for dining, which I think don't really actually go really well with our flat. I feel like this one is actually very cute, but I don't know, I feel like the color of the wood doesn't go really well with the rest of our furniture. It's also not super comfortable. So we're gonna bring it back to a second-hand store because we're receiving our new ones today, which I'm so excited about. And the second novelty is that we now have a new little corner in our apartment. Hi, Finn. We got a new chair, which I am obsessed about. It's from IKEA and it's kind of like 70s vibes, I think. I really like it. It's adding a new little nook to the apartment, but it's missing a little table here, like a little bedside table or a little, like, I don't know, corner table, a little something to put the lamp, maybe a book or whatever. So that's what we're gonna look for. And if you remember, here there was like a little bench, and that bench is now in the entrance. And that bench is now here, that we use to kind of put our shoes on and everything. I also want to put things on this wall because it's looking very empty. The things here are the things I'm gonna put on this wall. I kind of spent the last weekend kind of reorganizing the whole flat. And since having this chair, I'm just like, I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy. So yeah, anyway, I'm about to head to the second store. Finn is gonna come with me, bring the chair. Okay, so we just dropped off our chair. We had a little look around, but honestly they didn't really have anything nice that we could use for a little table. So we were on our way back and I just received an email saying that our chairs that we ordered arrived. So we're gonna go ahead and pick them up because it's on the way, so it's really next door to our place. I just made some lunch before opening the chairs and everything because I was so hungry. I made a classic little veggies and couscous and egg. I'm so hungry at the moment. I don't know what it is, but I have a lot of appetite and I really feel like eating a lot of like rich food and like strong protein. Got into comfier clothes as well. I'm gonna have some lunch and then I will open the chairs. That shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. Okay, so this is the final result of the chairs. I am honestly obsessed. I love them. They are 100% more comfortable than what we had before. I think it's such a nice little color as well, and it goes quite well with the rest of our apartment. As you see, this corner is very cramped. Literally, the guy who was living here before us didn't have a dining table, but I don't see myself, like we don't see ourselves eating from the couch, so we really wanted a table. And also because we're working from home, that's like our eating and working area. And then here we have the chair I was showing you before. I actually used one of the boxes, like one of the storage box for now for as a table, and then a little sunset lamp as well here, which is really cute, but will look even nicer when it's a bit higher up, I think. And these are some frames that I need to put up at some point. But I'm really loving what the flat is starting to look like. a little walk. It's kind of the last thing I want to be doing. I've been really struggling going back into a bit of a routine since coming back from New York. I'm just kind of feeling a bit in a rut, like feeling quite tired, easily sleepy. So I'm gonna force myself to go for an evening walk just to kind of try and get my 10,000 steps. And tomorrow morning I shall be back to the gym, trying to go back into a bit of a routine, which is hard. I'm gonna use my good old trick to motivate me to go for a walk, which is listening to an audiobook. I started listening to the Fourth Wings series and I'm actually on the third book now. I'm gonna listen to that because if I remember, it was really helping me. I got hooked and it really helped me to kind of like go for walks during the day. And in terms of physical book, I am still reading Just Kids from Patti Smith. I am loving it. I am almost halfway and so far I'm already loving it. I love the writing style. It's so beautifully written. So I bought it when we're in New York. And when I'm traveling, I love reading a book that's taking place in the place I'm traveling, or like reading it just after, which is kind of my case now. And I love it because every time she's talking about a particular park she's going to, or going to this street or that neighborhood or whatever, and every time I like know where she's talking about, like I know the place, I have been there 2 weeks ago, and that makes reading this book so much more fun. And it's very easy to kind of like imagine the settings and like visualize the story basically. Very enjoying this book. I haven't finished it, but I can already recommend it because I doubt it's gonna get bad. Really reading two very different styles between my audiobook, Owning Storm on my audiobook, and Patti Smith on a physical book, but that's kind of what I like about reading. I really struggle with this thing of, I don't know, I feel like there is a bit of a thing where when you're reading, you should be reading like literature, and I feel like sometimes reading, I don't know, romance books or fantasy can be a bit like some people can look down on that, and I think it's stupid. I personally really enjoy reading both for very different reasons. I think you should just have fun with it instead of reading for the show of it or to look cool or whatever. Like, read what makes you happy. I think it's nice actually to kind of be a bit adventurous and try new styles as well. So if you only read romance and fantasy, go and try to read some more like literature books where there is a bit more attention to the style of writing and everything, and vice versa. If you only read literature, go and read some fantasy. Like, you're just gonna like being in a new world and have a very easy read and being hooked and have a page turner. Like, sometimes I just really have different moods and different wants depending on like what's going on in my life and stuff. I don't know what you guys think about this. Anyway, I am yapping a lot, but I shall go for a walk because it's nearly 7 p.m. now. Let's go. Good morning. It's 7:30. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm not gonna go crazy. I think I'm just gonna do a bit of a cardio. I have my 10K race on Sunday. I actually don't really want to do weights because I don't want to have any muscle pain during the race. Alright, let's go. It's actually lunchtime now. I have been working all morning, didn't really take the time to get ready, which is why I'm doing it now. Something that I have added to my little skincare routine is some bronzing drops. I had a friend in Australia who had some and I tried it and it was so cool. And basically you just add it, it's just like yeah, like a little bronzing liquid that you add to your moisturizer or your sunblock. I personally add it to my sunblock. It just bronzes you a little bit. Like instead of buying different foundation depending on like your skin tone during the year, I feel like that's such a good little thing. You can just or put it in your current foundation or put it like me in your sunblock. Probably everyone knows about this except for me. But it's so good. Love it. I got it while I was in the US and it's pretty good. I put sunblock every day so I don't actually tan a whole lot on my face, so I feel like that's a good little solution. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm a little bit in a rush and I'm getting ready because I have to pick up the t-shirts for our race, which is happening this weekend. I have to pick those up. I might stop in a sportwear shop just to buy like little, you know, these little like plastic water bottles that you can take with you while running that don't take space. I really like my little makeup routine at the moment. The last few products I got are quite nice. Like this little blush, I feel like it's kind of more my color than the one I had before. Also, going back to the gym this morning was so nice. Oh god, I just felt so good afterwards. I really actually missed that little routine and I'm very excited to be going back into a bit of a routine. Okay, so I really want to wear this skirt. I might sew a little bit here just because I feel like it's quite short. I do have little shorts underneath, but still. So that's option one. I don't know if it's hot enough to wear this sweatshirt, but I just really want to wear it. I just love it so much. And so that's the second option. It's also very cute, but I just really want to wear this sweatshirt, so I don't know what to do. Finn prepared lunch, so I'm gonna keep the decision making for later. It looks yummy. I went for the sweatshirt in the end because it's too cute. I just really like the combo. And I think it's actually a bit cold, so hopefully it's a bit cold enough. It's happening. I went and picked up my little bib and even have a little t-shirt. Apparently it's actually the biggest 10k of Europe. I think there's gonna be like 36,000 people there. So the social anxious person inside me is freaking out a little bit, but hopefully it'll be fun. And I stopped in a sport shop because I wanted to get a little bottle like this. It's just 250, but it's quite easy to carry with you while you're running. Feeling a bit nervous. It's raining outside and I just feel like having a bit of a cozy little activity at the end of the day. And I bought this little Ex Libris stamp when I was in New York. Very, very cute. I love it. And I think it's time to put it on my books, on all my collections, so everyone knows it's from my little library. Although I don't really own many books. Well, a lot of them are at my parents' place. So I think I'm just gonna maybe put a little cozy little music or a little YouTube in the background and put my little stamp on my books. I'm very excited. I actually got some ink as well. I just love anything that has a bit of a ritual like this. Just taking my books, putting the stamp in the ink, putting it on my books. I don't know, I think there is a bit of a ritual into this that I really like, and I just really like that every time I'm gonna buy a book, I'm gonna have the little ritual of doing it and welcoming it to my little library. Finn and I were both starving and very lazy to cook, so we might have ordered some Thai food. I got a little satay tofu. I am very excited. I'm so hungry. And I think while we eat that, we might watch a little movie. And while we were in New York, we were actually talking a lot about Spider-Man and Batman for some reason, just because Finn kept saying how cool it would be to be Spider-Man in New York, and he had never seen Spider-Man. and I have never seen Batman, like the Batman movies, and we're talking about it, and I think on a rainy day, eating some takeout, I feel like a superhero movie is quite comforting, and I think that's what we're gonna go for.